Hello, hello. Welcome back to the weekly Monday Motivation Podcast, No More Excuses. I am Sandy Ballard, your host. And yes, I am the Badass Business Coach. Why? Because I help people realize their badassness. Many people will say, yeah, I'm pretty badass, or I'm badass, but I do some badass stuff, but do they really, really, truly believe it? I help you realize it. I help you really engage and step into that. And I appreciate you being here, for listening, and for sharing the podcast with whomever you want to share it with, because that's the only way people keep me going. And I'm here to help you take those next steps. And, many times it's shit that I'm going through and clients that are going through, or I hear when I'm walking down the street or having coffee somewhere. So I appreciate it again. And I always appreciate and I'm very thankful for those of you who email me and comment and all that good stuff. So, wow. Yes, last week was about now what? Last week. It's the end of January. Now is the beginning of February. It's okay. 11 more months, right? It's, been a crazy kind of year already for some people, and it's been a fantastic year, and it's been shit in just 1 month. All that. That's what I've heard. And many of you, it's been like, all right, you asked me what's next, and I have so many thoughts, so many ideas, but you had me set my goals and all this stuff, and now you ask me, now what? Yeah, well, it's been some of my clients and me the last couple of weeks. It's like, why did I ask now what? Or what's next? Because my job as a coach is to keep you looking ahead, taking chances, facing challenges, your waves, head on, and whether you're confident or not, that's called taking chances, right? And sometimes it can get you thinking too much, and it can get you a little wound up, even me, right? I mean, I have so many ideas myself, it's like, there's so many webinars and apps and websites and classes and shit out there that we can watch and listen to and think through, and it gets your mind going, gets your juices flowing. And the ones, if you follow my process and follow my program, you too can make 7 figures. That's a lot of what my last book, The Magic Pill, was about. And yes, I listen to them. I listen to so many of them just so I know what's out there, right? And I've had this online course kind of brewing around in my head, and an app, yes, brewing around in my head. And so I asked myself, what's next? And I also listened to a webinar, and I'm like, okay, yeah, now's the time. Now's the time to do all this. But what's first? How do they work together? It's like, I could do this, I could do this. And, I think this podcast is really about me saying, hold up, stop, pull it together, Ballard. Get out of your own head, one thing at a time, right? And if you're a veteran listener, again, it's about focus. But it's about focus and prioritizing. And what have I been talking about with you? Oh, the word of the year. How does everything you're doing, how does every opportunity and every decision you're making align with your word of the year? And sometimes, one thing is more exciting or fun than the other, but it needs to come, you need to prioritize one thing then the other. You got to put one foot in front of the other to walk. They build upon each other. So what's next is supposed to keep you excited and get you thinking, create a grand idea, but it doesn't mean it has to happen tomorrow. And my job, again, is to make sure you don't get off track, but instead thinking about being more, doing more, and how to get more, but how to get there. Think big, yet break it down. Focus. One thing at a time. And it's nothing new. You've heard it before. We all know this. It's just sometimes hard to pause all the ideas, all that noise in your head, reel it in to prioritize. So yeah, for some of you, what's next got you wound up, researching ideas, excited, and that's what exactly I wanted you to do. because I want you, you've set your 2020 goals, but sometimes you're just like setting them, Sometimes they're carrying over. Sometimes they're what you think they should be or what you've heard other people say they should be. So I'm constantly challenging you to think about what's next. So last week again was a test to make sure we're all really truly setting our own goals, and also to make sure we're checking our progress. So again, it's the end of January, beginning of February now. So check your 30-day goals. Make any necessary adjustments. Have you made progress? If not, why not? And if so, great. And if you've achieved it, amazing. Make any necessary adjustments. And I also want to light a fire under your ass to make sure you're moving, you're taking action, you're making progress if needed. So yes, this week, check your progress if you haven't already, and I want to know 3 things. Your 30-day goal, what you were supposed to achieve by the end of January. Did you achieve it? Yes or no? What's your big crazy ass idea, goal, what's next, all right? And how you're prioritizing things. So what's that big crazy idea, and then what's next, what's first? So not just what's next, but what's first to help you get there. All right. And I'm also starting April 2nd, starting a group Zoom coaching. So email me, sballard@growingforward.biz, or DM me, direct message me, comment. I'll get you the information on that. Again, so we're going to start in the second quarter. So we'll just start with a second quarter progress check. Otherwise, email me or comment here. What was your 30-day goal, and did you achieve it? And what's your big crazy ass idea? I want to hear about it. All right. Private sessions are also available always, but I want to really hear how you're doing and make sure you're realizing your badassness and you're kicking ass. Have a great week. Cheers.